Guys, we're back. We're up around 80 pins now. Got a few new guys joined us. A couple of guys had to leave. You can see there's a lot of activity going on in the shop back there. I'll be honest with you, I still haven't touched the lathe today. Hate to say that because I love turning so much, but I've been occasionally you have a blank. We had some Zebrano that was really soft. It was kind of punky, and as we would turn it, it would chunk out real bad. So I ended up fixing about a dozen Zebrano blanks. Basically, just cleaned them off the tubes. And hey, hello Germany, nice to hear from you, Paul. Basically, just cleaned them off the tubes and drilled and glued some other blanks together, and trimmed them up and everything, and got them ready to go. I'm just basically doing the ancillary stuff. These guys are doing the bulk of the turning. When this is all said and done, if we're short 100, I'll do turning on those. Definitely, I'm going to try to get at least one turn today. But like I said, I wanted to take a little bit of time right now to catch up with you guys. I promised I'd give you an update and let you know how it's going. We're having, this is a great time, man. We were having a great time. The weather could not be better. It's in the 50s, and we're just, hello, Arkansas. This is Backwoods guy. Nice to meet you. But we're just having a great time, so I appreciate you guys checking in with us. But you can see, let me flip the camera around, and thank you very much. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what's going on. Hey guys. What you got?
You say you live South Holdsboro. You go to Fordsville to that shop and doors and more.
Hey, Kenny's getting brave. He's turning two at a time. No, I've never turned duck calls. I'd like to, but I just have not done it yet. Uh-oh, we've got an empty lathe down here. I'm going to have to take care of that. We got to get us another turner. Look at Greg. He's got two of them going. Way to go, Greg.
There's what I was looking for. I found out. 64 done.
64 pins done, guys. Got them all laid out. Take a look at that. 64 out of 100. We're making great time. It's only 2:30. Right, 65. Ben's putting number 65 together. We got a few blanks left over there. I'm not counting the ones that are on the lathes. My favorite CA glue.
Thanks for your welding.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for coming out and helping us today. It was great seeing you. Phil, it was great seeing you.
I was a parasite. I didn't.
Phil, we were happy to have you.
I'll be glad to make some of them homes you don't get done.
I tell you what, we already got 68, 69 of them. And with the number of guys we got turning, we're finishing today, but I do appreciate the offer. Thank you for coming out, guys. Thank you.
Pleasure to see you guys today.
All right, guys, heading into the main shop. We still got Dan and Roger in here turning. We're on YouTube Live. Hey, Paul, Germany is, let's see, are you answering questions again? If you have a question, I'll be glad to answer it. Just let me know. Let's get in here and take a look at this. This guy is a professional CA finisher. Everything I know, I learned from him. Isn't that right, Dan?
You don't know much.
Yeah. We're knocking them out pretty good.
So we got 50 right here, and then we'll start another 50 here.
Perfect. That is incredible. Well, you guys that didn't make it down here, you really missed out. Look at all the snacks we got, man. Lots of good food. We got some homemade cookies. We brought pizza in. We're just having a great time. But yeah, somebody mentioned questions. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them my way. I'll be glad to attempt to answer them. I'm going to step out here. It gets a little noisy in there with the lathes running. Wave goodbye to a couple of good guys taking off. But I'm always happy to answer questions. Let's see. Are there any good alternatives to a CA glue finish? The thing is that there's a lot of different finishes. It really depends on what you like. One thing I've found that seems to be a fairly decent alternative is, I think they call it OB Shine Juice. It is 1/3 shellac, 1/3 boiled linseed oil, and 1/3 denatured alcohol, mixed in equal amounts. Just put it in a glass mason jar, and it puts a really nice hard finish on your pen. Is it as durable as CA? Probably not, because when CA dries, it puts an acrylic plastic finish on the outside of your pen. That's going to probably be the longest lasting, but OB Shine Juice would probably be my choice for a #2 long lasting finish. Awesome to see what you guys are doing for the vets. Thank you for what you're doing for the vets and for the sacrifice they made. Well, it actually is our pleasure to do this. You know, we support, our club supports our veterans, and we love them. We have a number of vets in our club, and this is just our small way, a small insignificant way of saying thank you to people who sacrifice so much. We do appreciate it. And I'll let you guys know our next honor flight is in May. And I just saw the other day in the paper that they are looking for veterans who are interested in going from the Evansville area. And I would say it's about a 100-mile or so radius of people. And they're looking for veterans who are interested in taking the flight, and they're gathering names right now. Last year we had probably 75 or 78 veterans, and this year we're hoping to have closer to 100. Okay, the CA glue being finished, being foggy. Let me, I hope I'm not getting a whole lot of noise from the wind. Let me step around the corner. Well, it may be worse over there. Foggy CA, what I've noticed on that is if you are using activator, when you are using CA glue, activator will fog your CA up. It will not only fog it up, but it will cause it to dry so fast that if you take that pen out in the sunlight, you will see microscopic cracks throughout your finish. So I avoid that, #1. #2, dampness will make your CA glue finish foggy. If your blank is wet wood, like say you go out in your backyard and you've got this gorgeous tree, you cut a branch off of it and you turn it and the wood is wet, it will fog up, because when CA dries, it produces heat. That heat will evaporate any moisture in the blank that gets caught in the finish, and it gets foggy. Those are the two things that I've noticed that cause, well, there is one other. If your finish is not completely dry and you start to micro mesh and you use water like I do, I have had, if it's in too big of a hurry, I have had a finish fog up. What you end up having to do is sand it off and start over. There isn't really another way to beat that. You just can't get down through that CA to polish it up. But that's been my experience, and that's worked well for me. All right, hey, if we got any veterans watching out there, I'd like to thank you for your service. Let us know, give us a holler out. Let us know who you are, active duty or past. I'd love to say thank you to you. Thanks, Backwood guy. Always glad to help. I hope that does help. Look at that. I just love seeing that, man. I could go for that every day. It's so cool having, you would not believe the conversations and the opportunities to learn that I've had today. I said I hadn't touched the lathe, but I've got a chance to talk to a lot of guys about a lot of different things, and everybody has their specialty, and you really get a chance to learn when you do these events. So it's been a blast. Let's flip around and just walk back through the garage real quick.
I like that pants.
All right, we got this final lathe here. Ben got on this lathe. He's got a pin going.
Again.
Looking good, Ben. Ben's probably turned a dozen pins today. He's been turning like crazy.
Not counting the little part, I think this is #6.
#6. Okay, I gave him too much credit. Ben, you're not turning fast enough. Get to work, buddy. Turn faster. Hey, I tell you what, are we talking today or? Woo! How many pins have I turned? I don't know. I prepared a lot of pins today. I just didn't turn them. Hello, Joshua. How you doing? Look at Kenny, man. There you go, sanding with the grain. You guys don't realize how important that is. You get these centrifugal scars from the sandpaper, so you want to sand them with the grain to clean them up. Hey, Gaston Cannon, 28 years in the Air Force. Thank you so much for your service. We definitely appreciate that. There we go. That's looking nice. Very nice.
It does look really good.
Oh, it's just some kind of extreme, how the hockey roll.
Back into the shop. Uh-oh. President of the club sitting down. Now, you should be setting an example for the rest of us.
I am.
Hey, Brian, it's going great.
I'm loafing.
What kind of lathes are these? Okay, that's a great question. In the shop, I've got my little turn crafter. Then if we go back out into the main area, the first lathe here, this is Mike Fulton over at MF Woodshop. This is his lathe. That is a Rikon. And then on the back wall here, we've got a couple of jets. Let's see if we can get some model numbers off these or something. I don't even see a model number. There we go. This is a Jet Mini, JML 10141. We got a little larger jet over here. This is the variable speed, the 12 by 21 variable speed. That's JWL 1221 VS. We've got another of the Jet Minis. That's Kenny's personal lathe. And over here, we've got a Nova Comet. So those are the 6 lathes that we're turning with today. So it's been a very eventful day. We've had a great time. Hey, no problem, Joshua. Thank you for the question. Thank you so much, Liam. I appreciate that. Good to hear from you. I don't want to keep you guys on here too long. What's your favorite wood for bowls? I have not turned a lot of bowls, but I would have to say what I've turned, maple so far is my favorite, but I hadn't got into any exotics or anything beyond that. I had a nice piece of, I want to say it was quilted maple. It's been a while, I don't remember. I don't turn a lot of bowls yet. I've been really pen-centric for so long, and now that I've gotten into the casting and into the bespoke or keyless pins, I just am not spending that much time turning other things, and that's what it boils down to, is just not having the time to do it. But I do enjoy turning bowls when I get the opportunity. If we got any other questions, I'd like to answer them. If we got any veterans following, I'd like to thank you. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I don't want to make super long videos. How many coats do you put on a pin? When it comes to CA, I generally put about 5 coats of thin. I like the PSI thin finish, and I put 5 coats, and I came to the conclusion of 5 coats because as you put them on, you'll see dry spots because that CA is soaking into the blank. And normally by the 4th to 5th coat, you see a nice even surface, which means it's soaked in and you don't have any dry spots. The blank is sealed. At that point, I'll go to 3 to 5 coats of a medium, and I like stick fast medium because it fills any divots or voids in the grain or the wood, and that does a great job of giving a nice, nice thick outside coat. I avoid activator at all costs until the very last coat. I'll let it spin for 10-12 minutes. I'll give it one quick spritz of activator, and then I go straight to my micro mesh, and I get a nice, consistent, smooth finish without any divots or anything in it. And that avoiding the activator avoids the microscopic scratches as well as the hazing of the blank. Good question, thank you. How many pins are finished? A minute ago we had 69 pins, and we got about 5 on the lathe. U.S. Navy CB veteran, thank you so much for your service, Michael. Nigel, thank you. Joshua, only use, Joshua, I've not had a chance to use mercury. A lot of people tell me they love it. It's one of those things I've gotten to where I use these 2 CAs, and I've used them for so long, and I just absolutely love them. So I just haven't tried anything else, but I'd be more than willing to try mercury at some point. Maybe mercury will see my videos and sponsor me with a little bit of glue, and I'll start using their stuff. In the meantime, you kind of stick with what works. 14 coats of thin, woo! Hey man, I tell you what, what works for you, that's the best way to go. We all develop our own little techniques in our shop, and I think nothing wrong with 14 coats. I've known guys to put many more than that. Air Force Vet, Oklahoma. John, thank you so much for your service. I'm gonna switch hands here, my arm gets tired. I need to get one of those selfie sticks, I guess. Hello, Bob, man, it's great to hear from you. Too bad you couldn't have made it down. It would have been great to have you in the shop today. Bob Lee Woodworking. Check Bob Lee out. Look up Bob Lee Woodworking over on YouTube. Peter Osborne, U.S. vet in Virginia. Peter, thank you so much for your service. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate that comment. I tell you, this has been a fun day, guys. I really wish I mean, I really wish you guys could have made it. You know, we've got all club members here. Some of the guys have brought their sons. Army vet Utah, Dennis Holiday, thank you for your service. Tony Oakshow, my good buddy, I wish you could have been here too. That would have been an expensive ticket. RC Law, hello, love your videos. Thank you so much. This has been a great day. We had a couple of guys bring their sons. I've been trying to talk my kids into getting out in the shop today. Oh, let me know when that happens, Bob. I want to hook up with you. We've had I want to get my kids out here, but they all went roller skating today with my wife, so they didn't make it. And we've got some, Mike Fulton joined us from MF Woodshop. Check him out over on YouTube. He came in, brought his lathe. You know, so that was great because I don't know how many pins he's turned, but he's also helped me out a lot with the ancillary stuff. Let's see, I can be there in about 7 hours. That's Robert. Check him out, Crosscut Creations. He's a buddy of mine I met at the pin show this past September. Good dude, man. He's getting started on his YouTube channel. Brian Phillips, thank you for your videos, Bob. I have learned so much from them. And new types of bespoke. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Hey guys, are you getting a lot of wind noise on this phone? I want to make sure I'm not blasting you out with wind noise. Okay, I'm not hearing anything, so I'm guessing it's not that bad. I'm going to make one more pass through the shop, and then let's see, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I can't be there in a while. Come on, John. You got about 20 pins left to go. If you can make it before the end, we'll get you turning one. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and make one more pass through the shop, and then if there's any questions, I'll answer them, and then we're going to cut the video off because I don't want it to be super long. It looks like it's already about 16 minutes. Hello, Sam. Pleasure to hear from you. Let me flip this around. All right, let's get back through here.
Really?
Look at that. Ben, that's a nice looking finish you got going on there. Very nice.
That's my.
Wish I could have made it, but so far away. Well, thank you. I wish you could have made it too. Oh, look at those pins shine. Look at that. Let me see if I can get above the light. Actually, I want to get below the light. There we go.
All right.
Look at the finish Greg put on those. That's beautiful, Greg. Turn a pin now while I watch. Well, I might consider that. That's beautiful. Nice job. Absolutely gorgeous. Another empty lathe there.
It worked great, you know. That's the first time they've all been.
I know they've been going like crazy, haven't they? Got another pin going here. Nice, nice.
It blew up.
Got my good buddy Kenny over here. He's putting pins together.
Yep.
Run into the shop one more time.
So I couldn't like that. But I also have a piece
There we go. Notice that, sanding with the grain again. That's something that I really always preach when I turn pins, is as you sand the pin, you get these centrifugal scratches around the pin blank. Bob, thanks for doing the video. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, and are you guys, Thurman, are you guys? I wish I lived in the U.S. and I could have come. That'd be great, Nigel. I would love to have you. It's hard to read. I got these bifocals. I got to tip my head up to read every time. I feel so bad. But I always preach, Mark asked him to leave work. Interesting. When you sand, you get these centrifugal scratches. I always preach to sand back and forth with the grit. That way you don't, you can eliminate those scratches before you go to the next grit. So the guys are all starting to do that, so it's working out real well. Well, you know, I know you don't want me to cut the video feed, but I hate to stay on too long because there's not a whole lot to show. I just wanted to give an update. If things go well, I'll try to do one more update a little later in the day when we get a little closer to being finished. And I don't know, we'll see about maybe, I may try to set up a tripod and turn one for you guys. We'll see how that goes. Does your club do this for every honor flight? This is the first honor flight that we've gotten involved in. We have a lady in our club who is in the Daughters of the American Revolution, and her daddy was in the military, and she is huge on all of the veterans, anything to do with veterans. And she brought this to our attention several months back, 3-4 months ago at a meeting, that honor flight was coming up and would we like to do something. And literally, immediately the club was like, yes, we want to do it, period. That's the end of the story. So we jumped on it. This is our first one. It won't be our last. I'm in Atlanta. So, oh, wow. Hello. Good to meet you. Next time you should turn bespoke for them. Woo. That could take some time. That's a cool idea though. we'll see about maybe finding a special couple of vets that, you know, maybe some family members that we can turn some bespoke for. Yeah, I hate to cut the video, but we're getting up on 20 minutes, and I don't know what else I can show you guys. It looks like the questions have slowed down. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut feed. We'll try to come back one more time later today and give you guys a wrap up. And I'm not going to promise, but if things go well and I can get it set up, I may turn a pin for you. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and thanks for coming along for this. It's been a blast today. I don't think I could have had a better time.